I'm really want a product, I'm going to do everything I can if I think that's going to fix my client's face.
Exactly.
And I'm going to tell my client, I'm trying to get you this product because I think this will do this. I'm trying to take this class in Mexico because I think this will help with this. Changing your attitude of why you want something rather than just what you want will help you, because a lot of the things you think you need or want, you're not wanting them for the right reasons.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn Miller, and this is Last Client of the Day presented by Boulevard. We are so excited to introduce our next guest, Sabrina Robinson. Sabrina, known as the Acne Queen, is the founder of Thrēo Skin. She started in corporate sales at Bare Essentials and later transitioned to makeup artistry in Europe. She noticed a lack of representation in skincare for deeper skin tones, and this inspired her to create Thrēo Skin, focusing on transformative acne treatments and inclusivity. Her work has earned her a great celebrity and influencer clientele, including Sydney Stanford. Thrēo Skin offers both in-studio and at-home skincare solutions, with all products handpicked and tested by Sabrina for acne safety and suitability for diverse skin tones.
This episode is brought to you by Boulevard, the first and only client experience platform purpose-built for appointment-based self-care businesses. Today's listeners can save 10%. To claim your special offer, head over to joinboulevard.com/podcast. That's joinblvd.com/podcast.
All right, on today's episode, we have the lovely Sabrina Robinson. How are you, love?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. You are an owner of
I am.
Thrēo Skin.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Sabrina.
Well, I'm
Yes.
old.
Stop.
And I
You don't
started a
look it.
business doing skincare,
Mhm.
and I've been in the business for about 4 years, owning my business.
Nice.
I'm from Oakland, California. I have 2 kids. I have a husband. I don't like none of them. I'm just playing. No, it's fine. It's been a lot
We're
of
going to
time.
blank
at
that
work.
part out now.
Keep it in. Keep it in.
I
Love that for me.
it. I
I'm just
love
saying.
that.
No, they're great. Everybody's supportive, and I kind of love what I do, and I'm really good at it. So there's that.
Yes. And you say you've owned your business for 3 years?
About 3-4 years.
3-4 years. What were you doing before that? And like, how did you break into this specific type of business?
Well, I have old school parents who were like, "You're not being a creative. Go get a real job. Get a real degree."
We've all been there.
Yeah. So I got my degree in economics. I was working in spa sales and corporate, and then married a military man.
Mm-hmm.
0 out of 10. Anyway, that's fine. No, he's great.
Noted.
So I married him, traveled a bunch, and so I just got to be more into the creative thing of things that can travel. You can travel a lot with skincare, not so much in corporate, you know?
Right.
So went to Germany for a few years,
Nice.
worked at a well-known hair salon in Germany. And then when we came back to the States, I decided to do aesthetics, and
Beautiful.
that's where I'm at.
And that's where we're at now. I love that journey. So I'm sure you have a ton of stories that you can tell us about, your journey in general, how you broke into the business, the different challenges that you've run across. I would love to know if we're going to dive right in, actually. We're going to go to the hard question.
Go ahead. I'm here.
I would love for you to share any personal experiences that you've come across being excluded from specific brands, whether that's, a retail brand, other businesses, other people that are in the same, industry as you that maybe, wasn't making it easy for you.
Well, the skincare business, especially in LA, is very elitist.
Tell me more.
So you have to get certain brands, certain products in your studio or your salon or your store. You have to spend a certain amount of money with the brand. So the opening order could be very prohibitive for people who are just starting out. It might be $6,000, $10,000.
Something that's unreachable at that
Exactly.
time. Yeah.
Or some brands will, even though they're not prescription based, they will have you have a medical director. Medical directors can cost thousands a month. I have one, but luckily I just connect with people, so it's not prohibitive for me, but for other people it's very prohibitive. So to get the well-known brands that are very kind of solidify your legitimacy,
Right.
you have to pay thousands of dollars just to carry these brands. but it's just because they're trying to be elitist and they only want their brands in certain businesses that they feel are valuable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that's something that you experienced. Did you experience it often?
Luckily for me,
Uh-huh.
because I've made certain connections, I don't have to experience it, but it does. Just because it doesn't affect me doesn't mean I don't see it.
Right.
So I see people in my DMs asking me all the time, how do you get this brand? How did you get that brand? How did you get your medical director?
Yeah.
And the answer for them is, I was just lucky.
Yeah.
Because if I tell them the truth is, you have to have more money.
Mm-hmm.
You have to smooth. You have to play the games that people play, make connection that you may not feel good about ethically to get certain things happening. For me, I didn't have to do that, but that doesn't, just because I'm the exception,
Right.
doesn't mean that it's not a problem that needs to be addressed.
Right. Right. And you said that you feel like you're lucky, which I understand that. But also I feel like it probably has to do with who you're networking with and making connections with the right people. I believe that's what you had just mentioned a second ago also, like you have to also be able to have conversations with people and make those connections so that you have the right people in your circle so that you can avoid certain, blockers.
Yeah, but I also have the privilege of being able to be authentic.
Right.
When you already have a certain amount of success or a certain amount of accessibility to certain things, for instance, I don't necessarily have to work. I love to work. I'm a hard worker.
Oh, that's a beautiful statement. I wish I didn't have to work. No,
but it's true though. So I can take a lot more risks than somebody who has 3 kids and is relying on a certain relationship. They may not be able to network, go to certain network events. They have to pick up their kids from school.
Exactly.
I have a network of people to help me with things like that.
You have a tribe.
So I'm very privileged in that fact, but that doesn't mean that I don't see it and I would like to help change it, because honestly it's disgusting, because there's not a reason for it. If you're not doing medical procedures, why do I need to have a medical director to sell you a retinol?
That's what I was going to ask. What was the service or what was the product or what was it that needed the actual physician?
It's actually kind of more, I wouldn't say sinister, but it's more kind of like capitalist. So doctors want to control certain things, so they make deals where they buy certain things in bulk so that they can have exclusivity. Yeah. So then in order for you to have access to those things, you have to go through them and give them more money. And it also tiers it so that maybe you're more reputable if you work at a medical aesthetics company. But we're all estheticians. There's no such thing as a true medical esthetician. Right. You're either a doctor or you're not. You're either a nurse or you're not. Exactly. I'm just an esthetician. Yeah. I mean, I own my business, but at the end of the day, we all washing faces.
Right. Right. I hear you. Got it. So, I mean, how, and I know you touched a little bit on this, but let's kind of circle back. How did you address these certain things within your business? Like you said that you do have an actual physician that is in your business. So that kind of, helped with that specific blocker. Are there any other blockers that you were able to kind of figure out a path that you want to kind of, dive into a little bit more so our listeners will know certain ways to, go around and get around those blockers?
Be really good at your job.
Yeah.
If you're really good at your craft, they can't really say anything to you.
Right.
I didn't have to reach out to my medical director because I was getting better results than they were at the facilities that they were going to. So some people were reaching out to me asking me how was I able to get these results without having a doctor. Right. People wanted to connect with me because I got on the internet and just told the truth, show my clients results. I've had clients call businesses, suppliers, some of the skincare brands that I work with and ask them to feature me in things because I've changed how they feel about themselves or things like that. So creating that sort of relationship where you're not looking at, I want to get this product, so I need to get this money. Why do you want to get this product? Are you trying to get this product because you want to look like something on the internet? Are you trying to get this product so you could actually help your clients? Right. So if I'm really want a product, I'm going to do everything I can if I think that's going to fix my client's face. Exactly. And I'm going to tell my client, I'm trying to get you this product because I think this will do this. I'm trying to take this class in Mexico because I think this will help with this. Changing your attitude of why you want something rather than just what you want will help you, because a lot of the things you think you need or want you're not wanting them for the right reasons. Why do you want a medical director?
Right.
I can clear acne without having these products.
Without it,
I can do it faster with some certain products, so that's why I want them.
Yeah.
But if you can't use your right and left hand to help your client, then you might need to reevaluate your skill set.
It might look for another career.
Yeah, or take more classes.
Or right.
Practice more.
Right.
Call your mama now.
I love. Okay, cool. I love that. And then, I mean, so somewhat of a hard question. Well, it might not be hard for you, but what do you think about certain brands that have the we see, like the we see no color approach?
I don't see them.
They
don't see me. I don't see
about them. That.
If you don't see color,
right.
You don't see me, so I don't see you. So you don't exist in my world. I'm not worried about you.
Exactly.
You're not worried about me.
Right. It works against them.
I don't care.
No, I'm just saying for those type of people, it works against them, right? Because you have to see, like, we have different needs. We have different, our skin's different. Like, everything is different. You have to see color in order to know how to, like, to approach a situation with that specific client.
And I'm not about to fight hard for somebody to see me. I'm going to go where I'm seen. Exactly. So that's why my clients come to me, because they know no matter how they come in the building, I see them.
Who you are, yeah.
I have all of the high-tech machines. I have all of the cleanliness, the standards, the skill set. But when you come, you're seen. You can come however you want. I don't care race, whatever. But I see you for who you are.
Right.
I take into account your background. I know how Indian skin reacts to chemical peels rather than black skin. I know how a redhead will react to certain products. I know skin sensitivity levels of different races, ethnicities, backgrounds. How do you not see
you
color?
Have to see it, right? Yeah. Because it takes a different approach no matter what. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it works against people that do the we see no color.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just kind of like let them do their thing, and I mind my business.
Right. So you talk a lot about authenticity, right?
I do.
And I know specifically from you, just from the conversations we've been having, you don't necessarily have like that, or like the white coat, walk-in white coat, the very like classical music playing in the background. Tell me a little bit more about like how you do your thing with your business, how it sets you apart, from other businesses, and maybe kind of put people on game on how to, do it for themselves to be more authentic as opposed to, what everybody else is out there doing.
Okay, so first thing we try to do is we bring the community into the studio. So we don't try to like be anything that we're not. Black girl from Oakland. I wear Jordans to work. Yes. I'm not putting on a white coat. My arms not crossed. I don't have a clipboard. It is what it is. Half the time my clients laugh at me because I'm just in there chaotically living my life.
You're comfortable though.
I'm comfortable, but I'll give you that confidence because when I speak, I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. And
also, we like to play R&B. We like to, we have snacks. We have champagne, Fiji water, but then we also got like hot fries,
nice.
Hot Cheetos, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. Like, what snacks do you want?
Exactly. People come in there and they snack. We will have like Moesha, Sister playing on the TV. Oh my God. I know like spot advertisements and birds chirping. Right. However, we always let our clients know this is your environment. Do you want to watch something on the TV? You want us to put on Charmed? You want us to put on
I
like,
love Charmed, by the way. I just
not another teen movie. I don't know. Whatever you want to watch, you can put it on. We'll hand you the remote. If you want to hear birds chirping, if that calms down your anxiety, more than happy to do that. If you want to take your wig off and hang it up, you can do that as well.
Stop.
Get comfortable. This is a community place. And then my marketing manager even started where we host local artists. So downstairs for about 6 months, we were having different artists showcase their work. Local artists of the community. We put a bunch of pictures of different ethnicities. So you see brown faces. And then we try to put like their QR code so people, if you want to buy their art, check out their artwork.
Yes.
It's about bringing more than just skincare and a service. It's about creating community. We have a bunch of community events. I try to invite my clients into gathering with, I think all my clients really chill and cool people.
Right.
And so I'm like, let's all get together and have a time,
I love that.
But I'm not putting on a white coat. I'm not crossing my arms.
Right. And it's not, like you're saying, it's authentic. This is how I feel comfortable, and I'm going to work best when I feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Right. And then if they need something different, then you're willing to make it so that client experience is better for them as well. Of course. Yeah. I love that. Moesha and Sister, that makes me so happy. Okay. And I also love that you just what you just pointed out in regards to like the art and bringing in the community. You know, that's a really big part of our culture, and making sure that we're supporting each other through everything like that. Making those connections is really huge, and I think that's a big part of just something that our culture needs in general. Being able to support like one another and being able to showcase people's art so that you can make those connections. I think that's one of the biggest things that needs to happen. And it's, I don't know, I don't hear it that much within the beauty industry, you know? So that's really cool that you're doing that also. I really love that. I love that.
This episode is brought to you by Boulevard, the modern, easy-to-use client experience platform that delivers everything you need to streamline your business, empower your staff, and amaze your clients. Listeners can save 10% for tuning into this episode. To learn more, go to joinblvd.com/podcast. Boulevard, make every moment matter.
What advice do you have for other brands to be more authentic? It's not our responsibility to educate other people, but for our listeners that want to know, is there something that you would have them implement, or ways that you can help them be more authentic with themselves? I mean, you mentioned just being yourself. Is there anything else you would want to, you know, suggest to them to make them feel like they can open up their doors and do what you're doing?
Maybe hire people who look and talk and speak like the people you're marketing to.
Right. That part.
Maybe that.
Yes. Know your audience.
Know your audience, because we can tell.
Right.
If
it's real or not. Yes.
Yes. We can very much see when you're trying to sell us something. And also we can tell when you got the token to say what you wanted them to say, to talk to us and bridge that gap. We can tell. We need authentic people that come from our culture or our background to speak to us, and people who will really understand what the needs are and where the bridge needs to be gapped. Because if you don't even understand where to start, you can't talk to me about it. And also, I've seen people do multicultural classes on how to work with black skin, and I haven't seen a black face in the room teaching anything.
What? Hold on.
I'm not saying you have to be black to work on black skin. However,
but you need to have someone in there, one that is the same color as us, to be able to, you know, like it has to be some kind of connection. It's like the blind teaching the blind.
Exactly.
Right.
But also, if I don't see myself represented,
I'm not gonna want.
And if I don't see black people when I go down your Instagram page, I haven't seen you work on not a black face, but you trying to tell me how to do corrective work on black skin. I don't trust you.
You know what? That is something that I always do. That's like one of the first things that I do, to see that there is a mixture. Like you have to, and that is something that actually makes me feel more comfortable. And you would think nowadays that, you know, brands would know this, because you would have a wider audience, you know, by including people of all colors, not even just black people, like literally people of all colors.
Yes, of course.
So yeah, that's just so y'all know, this is what we're looking for. You know, we want to make sure that you are addressing everyone, and that is all inclusive for all of us, you know.
But also,
and women and men, like even genders, you know.
Treating people like they're people goes a long way too, and understanding that you don't know everything. I have clients who bring their parents to me. Their parents don't speak English, but they know I'm going to take care of their parent. And I'm going to try my hardest to bridge the gap. And we will figure it out, because they know that I'm going to make sure I take care of it to the best of my ability. I'll get a translator. You can come sit in the room with them if you feel comfortable. We will figure this thing out. I will try to translate the before and after care into
Mhm.
Spanish if I need to. I will call somebody. I know somebody who speak. This is LA. We
Right.
know somebody who speak the language. I'll
And there's
figure it out for you.
technology. Like, we're gonna use some tech. Like, something's gonna happen so that they feel comfortable
And
and they
I'm
get.
not going to make you feel bad because you
Right.
don't speak perfect English. I'm not going to
Right.
pretend like I don't understand what you're saying when I can get the gist of what you're trying to say to me.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
let's all grow up and like treat people like we want somebody to treat our family member
Exactly.
or ourselves.
That's so customer service, like 101. That
You know?
right? Like, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna make you
But
feel
people
comfortable
forget it all the
no matter
time.
what. And that's horrible. And that's the type of people that's not gonna stay in business. And you're not gonna go far if you're
You
not.
treating your customers like they bothering you.
Exactly.
They're the
Right.
reason
And
you-
they're over here paying you. Exactly. I 100% wholeheartedly agree with that. Tell me more of why you think it's important for all types of brands to understand exactly what we're talking about today. I feel like we've covered a lot in regards to like what people like us are looking for. Is there anything that you would, make them or want to highlight that this is important? And I want you to make sure you're understanding this to, grow your brand and grow and be more successful for themselves.
Are we talking about like small businesses like esthetician brands or coming
All of
from
them.
like a product brand?
All of them.
Because before, for estheticians, I would say, I think a lot of them focus on money too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we all have to make money.
Money, yeah.
You have to make money to survive. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you speak to people, if you find out how you can help people, the money will come.
Mm-hmm.
If you study your craft, the money will come. If you are kind to people, the money will come.
Mm-hmm.
If people trust you, the money will come. I don't sell to my clients.
Right.
They don't like that about me sometimes because they're like, I didn't know you had a new product because you didn't tell me about it because you didn't need it. So why am I talking to you about something you don't need?
Why am I going to sell you something that's not even,
Yeah. So, but they're like, but I want it. And I'm like, well, that's fine, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you focus on building trust with people, you don't need to worry so much about money because people will send you clients. Before I had a marketing person or before I had my Instagram following going up, it was word of mouth. I built my entire business to 6 figures on just word of mouth. I barely got on the internet.
That speaks volumes.
And when I tell you, just treating people like you care,
Right.
The money will come. Stop focusing so much on upselling, nickel and diming people. People can feel it. If you have a service listed for $150, and then all of a sudden in the middle of the massage, you're like, I think you need this mask, this thing,
like a
this
robot.
Can we add this on? And then
Right.
at the end, the service is now $350,
Right.
but they budgeted $175 when they came in, or whatever it was. Now you're losing trust. However, if you're just upfront with them, it's $350, everything included. People will feel a lot more comfortable because they know that you're recommending things that they need, not trying to upsell something because you have a bottom line to meet.
Right.
You know? So I feel
I
like
feel used after almost, like they got me.
Yeah. And then they feel taken advantage of rather than
Right.
willingly wanting to pay you for a service because they feel the value in the actual service. So that'd be my number one recommendation is
Yeah.
stop focusing so much on money and focus on building relationships, focus on your craft,
Right.
focus on why you are in it in the first place. Because if you're in it for the money, you won't be in it for that long unless you have really good marketing team and can get new clients every day. So either you have to be really good at your job or really good at marketing.
Right.
I'm good at both, but
Right. I feel like what you're speaking on when you say basically like the client experience, that
Yeah.
experience. Well, a couple things you mentioned actually, that client experience and making sure that's like A+ is going to help with that word of mouth.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's the way to get in new clients is by having your happy clients speak to their friends, their family members to get more people in. So for you to literally live through that and that be your journey and you be able to make 6 figures off of that speaks volumes on that client experience and how important that is to every single business. And also that add-on, like all those add-ons or anything of that sort, I'm really big on making sure that, that's coming from a place of education versus we always say like that car salesman vibe. Like,
Exactly.
I'm trying to make this quota, so I need to get X, Y, and Z. You want it to be from education because it feels more valuable, when you're being upsold on something and it's going to be beneficial versus just getting something extra and then feeling like you got to pay extra, like the double. The
Exactly.
amount, right? That's what
And
you
I tell my
budgeted for.
clients all the time, if you don't need it, you don't need it. If you want it, if it
Right.
makes you feel happy, if it builds your
Right.
like whatever downtime you want to put on a mask, go for it, as long as it doesn't hurt you. But I think the other thing too is making sure that, I don't know, treating my clients a certain way has also made sure that the referrals they give me, I don't have any like clients that I dread coming in.
Right.
Because
you like your clients.
I like my clients.
A lot of people can't say that.
No, a lot of people can't. But that's because my clients are like, I'm not going to send my coworker that has this attitude to Sabrina because I like Sabrina and I don't want.
Right. I don't want to drama with Sabrina.
I don't want it to be beef when I go in next time. I'm like, why'd you send this girl over here? I don't even like her.
Right.
She can't even come over here.
Exactly.
But yeah, so just build. It's again back to community and authenticity. Building community, authenticity will always get you where you want to go.
Exactly.
And then you can get there in a way that makes you be able to sleep at night. Like I don't have a problem doing what I do. I don't have a problem charging for my services because I know that I'm giving you a value.
Right.
So I don't ever feel like I'm scamming someone. I don't have to like worry about that.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Now, okay, we're going to go into another segment. We call this the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want the tea. I would love to know a story. Just share any story that you've experienced within your career. It could be good, bad, ugly. It could be something that is an achievement, something that like a crazy client story. If you want to name names, go for it. I'm okay with it. Anything that you want to share that's just like, what in the world? Any of those stories, we would love to hear it.
Okay.
Give me something juicy.
I'm trying to think, what can I talk about?
Anything.
So, because I am a very unserious optimist.
Okay.
I never want to get to the top by myself. So I'm always like, let's do this together.
Yes.
Let's do this together. I want to do this with a bunch of people. And I'm always like, I have all these like grand ideas. So everybody kept asking me to throw a class. Please throw a class. Please throw a class. Teach us how you do this. Teach us how. I'm like, I don't even like talking to people like that.
That's too much pressure.
I have anxiety. I'm taking pills. Like, I don't have time. Like, where's the mimosa? I don't want to talk to y'all for that long.
We need liquor to get through this.
So I was like, fine, I'll do a class because everybody knows I act like I'm like really tough and I'm like really not. You can hit me in my DM and I'll pretty much be like, all right,
don't tell nobody that.
It's okay. All my clients know I'm a punk.
Okay.
They're like, we know she said she don't have no more clients. Hey, Sabrina, can you come in at 8:30 a.m.? I'll bring you a coffee.
Right.
All right.
I got some Chick-fil-A for you.
And I'm right there like a dummy. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll teach this class. So then I was like, if I'm gonna do this class, I want to do it with somebody who's the opposite of me. So say I don't wear a white coat. I don't do this. I'm very much blunt. This it's acne. This is how you do it. 1, 2, 3. I don't have a lot of fluff.
Get straight to the point.
Yeah. Whereas I met this other lady in the industry. She was very much like, here's a 10-page report on why you have acne. And I'm like, you have acne because you don't do this.
Or
I'm not
like
right. I'm not drawing. I'm not drawing nothing on the page. It don't look cute. It's morning, night. Do this. Call me in 2 weeks. And then where it's like very different approach over there. It's very much more coddling and you know,
10 pages is wild.
Yeah, nobody's reading that. I was like, I'm not doing that. And so, but some people like that. She was also successful. So I was like, let's partner. Let's do this class together. She wears a white coat. I don't get down like that, but we both have same machines, like same things. So I was like, it'll be really beneficial for my students. If I'm going to charge you money, I want it to be a benefit. So I was like, it'll be really beneficial for them to hear 2 different perspectives so that maybe they can take a little bit from both. Right. We can also say the same thing in 2 different ways. And certain people learn different ways.
And you get to the same result.
Exactly. So my bright idea, let's do this. My other bright idea is like, let's do a student-led class. I know what I'm talking about. I don't need a script.
Right.
Let's have like a loose script. But let's see what it's a small class. It's like maybe 10 people. Let's see what everybody's issue is.
Right.
And let's curate the class to them. Yes, we'll have talking points, but This is this.
Right.
It went awry.
I would love to know exactly what happened.
It went
Give me a
awry.
step by step of what happened.
It went awry. So we had everything in the Dropbox. Everybody signed off on everything. Class looks great. My marketing manager did all the PDF files. We had the pictures. Everybody
Set up.
approved everything.
Perfect. Okay.
Then all of a sudden, there's a new person in the group chat. And I say, who is this? Why are they talking to me?
It was a new student, or it was
a new person who involved themselves in the business. It was a partner of one of the.
From?
It was their partner.
Okay.
My husband not in the group chat.
Right.
Like, what?
I just added okay.
Who is this? So then they became part of the thing, and all of a sudden now we want to talk about this. We want to talk about this. I said no.
Oh, interesting.
Deadline's over. Everybody approved. We're moving on.
And we've already like set and everything's.
I don't have time for this.
Right.
Don't do that.
Right.
No, we're not changing the PowerPoint.
Who added them? You have to be added to a group chat. How did that even happen?
Thank you. Where'd you come from?
Right. How you just go pop in?
Never mind. So me and Felicia I was just like, Felicia's the marketing manager, by the way. Me and Felicia are like, what's going on? She's like, I already have everything. It was already approved. We have gift bags. Everything's set.
Right.
The day of the event, they're calling her at 3:00 in the morning or texting, trying to add stuff to the PDF files. Nobody showed up to help us set up the gift bags. Nobody showed up to help with anything. Clean the studio. So I hired somebody to clean the studio. I hired somebody to do everything. Me and Felicia was there putting together the bags. We had custom names on each bag. Everything looked great. They get there the day of late.
What?
Late.
Everyone? Or their
bags? Team.
Their team?
Yeah. They have extra stuff they want to add to the gift bags.
Oh my goodness.
Now we have to take apart all the gift bags.
So everything is just literally domino. Boop, 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 gift bag.
Y'all got all this feedback, but y'all not on time.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care. Okay. Whatever. I'm just going for
I'm
laughing though. I'm laughing loud. I'm laughing hardy. I'm in the back dying because y'all can't be serious.
Right.
Y'all calling me unserious because I don't have a 10-point PowerPoint.
Right.
But I know.
But look at what you
not
guys
on time. Yeah. So we redo all the bags with their assistant. Felicia's in the back trying to redo all the bags before all the students get there. So everything goes fine. The students are like setting up. We get through the whole class. Everybody's like, this was the greatest class ever.
Yeah.
Amazing. Da-da-da-da. I'm at my house the next day or a couple days later. Oh, no. What happened? We sent them the invoice for like half of the fees. Oh, by the way, they wanted changes to the gift bags because their logo wasn't big enough. I paid to get them redone.
Oh, wow.
Even though they had approved the last one. Pay for that. Pay for cleaning. Got the food. My team didn't eat because they didn't submit how many people were coming.
No.
So my team let them eat, and we just didn't eat.
I was just like, hey, we'll just push.
So I was like, who cares? Just submit half for the food and half for it was something else. I was like, I'll pay for the redo of the gift bags. I don't care like that. I don't nickel and dime people. They were arguing with me. Oh, we didn't sell all our tickets, so we don't want to pay for half. I was like.
All the drama.
It was like less. It was like $300. It was something minuscule, and I was like, I don't care. Like I actually don't care. Like I actually don't care. I'll give you $300 to leave me alone for the rest of my life.
Right? Like just don't talk to me ever again. I just want to be done.
So then, this story.
Wait, there's more.
There's more. We're almost at the finish line. I promise you, this story is so worth it. We are almost at the finish line. You could go on my Instagram right now and see me rant about this for like an hour and a half.
I'm gonna look it up. When was it posted?
It's on my Instagram stories. I saved it as a reel, I think. Anyway, so the next day I'm at my house and one of my students are like, hey, do you and this person, the person I taught the class with, have beef? No, because again, no one knows what's going on behind the scenes because I didn't say anything to the students. I didn't say anything. We toasted at the end.
Right.
Did the little.
Right. Click, click, knock.
And everybody thought it went great. This was the greatest class ever. Da, da, da. We had students Zoom in for the class. They're asking when the next class is.
Right.
One of my students, do you have beef with so-and-so? They're talking about you on their Instagram. Excuse me?
Why? Where
Pardon
did
me?
it even?
They accused me of stealing samples, y'all.
You know what? I did not expect you to say that.
Stealing
Over samples, and they didn't reach
Free
out to you
samples.
personally.
No.
They went to Instagram.
Yeah. They didn't say, hey,
That's
one of my students didn't get samples. Was there? Because, again, y'all came late, so we had to repack all the bags. Do you think there
Right.
couldn't have been an overlook of we left out?
Exactly.
So
Like
you
an
mean to tell me
accident.
we had hundreds of dollars of samples and I kept 20 for myself?
Right.
Like
just randomly 20.
or whatever it
Did
was.
you know that? I'm just curious. Did you know this person before you
Yes, I
wanted
did.
to? Really?
Yeah.
Are you guys still friends?
No. They
Good.
called me nefarious over samples.
20 samples.
I don't even know how many samples it was. I just say 20, but it was like a pack of samples.
But
you know?
still.
But it was samples that literally the businesses would give us for free. Like they
Right.
also didn't pay for these samples. We didn't pay for any of the products that
Right.
we were giving away.
Right.
Not one.
That is so. That was not your friend to begin with. I just want to point that out, and I'm happy you guys are no longer friends because that's too much.
I was called nefarious.
So
I said not nefarious.
not a fair. So does that make you second think? You know, I don't know, collaborating with people. Or...
No, I got on the
Good.
internet and then I made a sale on my website and we put the codes for the sale
Mm-hmm.
as 100 samples.
Stop. I like you.
So if you put the code in, you got a discount
I like
on anything
that.
you bought that day.
That's so petty. That's so petty. I'm sorry.
I should have made the
petty.
code nefarious. That's the next code.
Oh my goodness.
Save 10% off
beautiful.
Thrēo Skin.
I like it.
If you could spell nefarious correctly.
Right? I don't look. I'm not good at spelling, but we're not going to talk about that. That is the best story. I did not expect you to say that. Man, that was not your friend. Okay. Last question that I have for you. How does Sabrina, how do you look at success? What is defined as success for you?
Being able to put people in a position to win.
Mm-hmm. Other
What-
people.
Anybody.
Anybody.
Whether it be my clients.
Yeah.
You have acne. I have had clients who did not want to go outside.
Yeah, I get that.
They were sleeping with ice packs on their face.
Mm-hmm.
Pain, depression, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Having them come to the studio with no makeup on, feeling good about themselves. Putting them in a position to win and feel better. I've had a client who said they didn't feel confident
Mm-hmm.
getting in front, talking to people because they felt like people were staring at their acne.
Right.
Building up confidence to propose to their fiance. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So whatever you find winning is, I like to put people in a position to feel better about themselves.
Yes.
And also, if you want to laugh at me on the internet to make you feel better about yourself, do that too. Because I'm chaotic.
Look, you literally, I'm going to follow you as soon as this is over because I want
It's a
all the
movie.
tea. I already know. I can tell from our conversation today.
It's a literal movie. And I tell all my business on the internet.
Right.
Felicia keep telling me to get a close friends. I don't have
I want to be invited to the close friends.
I'm
not
not getting
gonna
a
lie.
close friends.
You want everybody to know.
Everybody can know.
It's open.
Mhm.
Open
All my
conversation for
clients know
everybody.
my business.
I love
They
that.
be laughing at me in my face.
I love that. I love that. So yeah, I think that's a beautiful way to define success.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody
I'm
winning.
for it. Everybody
Life is
wins.
short. There's enough clients for everybody.
Absolutely.
There's enough money for everybody. There's enough love
Absolutely.
for everybody. We don't have to get on the internet. You don't have to be nefarious.
Right.
You can
don't
win,
have to be
too.
nefarious. Everybody can win. I love it. Well, it was such a pleasure speaking with you. I don't think I've laughed this much in like a 30, 45 minute period, but you have literally been amazing. And I'm so happy that we were able to talk today.
Yes. And whoever wants drinks, come to Thrēo.
And then for I would love for you to tell, like, for all the listeners, if they want to follow you, if they want to follow you in Instagram, know about you, your website, how can they find you?
Okay, to find me and my chaotic life, it's supposed to be a business Instagram, but it's Sabrina Lynn Skin. I have pictures of my clients on there, but if you go to my stories, it's a hot, chaotic mess. If you want to see the professional side of us, go to Thrēo Skin, where Felicia manages all of that on our lovely Instagram under Thrēo Skin. If you want the tea, go to Sabrina Lynn Skin. And if you want to book an appointment, go to threoskin.com.
I love it. Thanks, love.
Thank
Everything was
you.
amazing today. You're amazing.
You know, we try.
Retry.